Let us welcome our speaker, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to confirm the speech time is 5 to 7 minutes or 4 to 6 minutes.
Yes, 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. So let us welcome our speaker, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, blinders. Blinders, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Have you ever sat down to do an important work, to complete the job for the day, to study for tomorrow's exam, only to find yourself scrolling Instagram, checking WhatsApp messages, checking on Facebook, or Googling how to study for tomorrow's exam, or how to do the job for today, or how to do that important job? You're not alone, my friend. That is the silent power of distraction. We live in a world that is designed to distract us. Every ping in your phone, every notification, every random thought that wander in your head, those are tiny thieves of time, of your energy, of your potential. You know, according to a study in California, it takes 23 minutes and 15 seconds to emerge back to the deep focus after a distraction. Think about that. One small check in your phone, you completely lost half an hour of your meaningful work. Why are we so drawn to them? Because distractions are easy. They give instant gratification. They give us time, energy, potential to avoid the discomfort. Writing a report, reading for tomorrow's exam, doing a specific job, boring. Looking Instagram videos, checking WhatsApp messages, fun, right? But what's the cost? While getting distracted towards this temporary pleasure, they are stealing our long-term progress. They trade what we want most with what we have now, the precious time. Let me share a small story of 5 monks. There was a monastery on the top of a hill. The head monk came to the monks, students, and said, "See, the monastery on the next hill have an important training. One of you have to go there, get trained, and come back, train all of us here. So what I want you is, I'm going to select 5 of you to go over there." The students laughed. "Master, why 5 of us? They asked only one person, right? Let one of us go over there, get trained, come back, train all of us." The master never accepted to that. He selected 5 students, 5 monks to go to the next monastery. The 5 of us started their journey. They crossed the first village. When the villagers saw these 5 monks, they asked the purpose. The monks said, the villagers said, "All of us over here are illiterates. We don't know to read, write, study, or we don't know about God. If you can stay here, reach us, teach us, we can give you place to stay, food to eat, and money for your life." One of the monk students got distracted. He decided to stay there, help the villagers. The next 4 started their journey further. In the next village, the village leader said, "Why are you going over there to the hill all the way to get trained? I can train you over here. Stay here, get the knowledge, and also I can give you a good job for your life." One of the monks got distracted. He stayed back with the king, the village leader. The other 3 decided, no more distractions. Let us put a blinders for ourselves, move towards the next monastery. When they entered the next village, one of the monks got ill. He fell down in illness, got a high fever. One lady in the town took all 3 of them into her house, took care of that ill monk, and once he was in good health, he said, "I fell in love with that lady. Let me stay here, get married to her. You too proceed with the journey." The next two monks started and they reached the next village. That village is full of atheists. They don't believe in God. They started arguing with those two monks, and one guy got hit in his ego. How can they say there is no God? I'm going to stay here, teach them, reach them, and I'm not going to move out till they believe in God. With that, the final student went the next monastery on the top of the hill. When he went there and he said, 5 of us started, only I reached here. That master in that next monastery said, your master got my hint. Yes, the journey towards my monastery from yours is easy. But what matters is the distractions from all the side on your journey. My friends, when we are moving towards our goal, when we want to do something, we'll get a lot of distractions. Someone will come and say, why are you doing this job? You can do this job with better opportunities, better salary. You will get distracted. Someone will say, why are you so much struggling to learn from here? You can learn very easily over here. You will get distracted. You will even get distracted like love, family, everything on your journey towards your goal. Finally, someone will hit your ego and will make you distracted to move towards your goal. My friends, distractions are very easy. Distractions will never go away, but we can choose what to focus on. You know, the horses have those blinders, especially the race horses, to look only forward, to move towards your goal. Sometimes we need those blinders on both sides of our eyes to move forward towards our goal without those distractions. We cannot take back our time. We cannot take back our energy. We cannot take back our attention, which is already spent. But we can take back our time. We can take back our energy. We can take back our attention, which are yet to spend in the future. Because in the end, the quality of your life depends on where your attention went. So the next time when the distraction calls out to you, put your blinders, pause, smile and say, not today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Today, may I now invite the individual speech evaluator, Toastmaster Tejashwi, to provide the speech evaluation for Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari's speech.
It may take 30 minutes for an Instagram reel to leave our mind. But Toastmaster Uma, today your speech was so enjoyable. I feel it may take a much longer time for this speech to leave my heart. I have 3 specific places which I really liked in your speech. The first one is your relatability. The speech was about distractions, and each and every one of us could relate to each and every scenario which you told because we had faced it in our lives. That was beautifully done. The second thing which I really liked about your speech was the strong comparison which you had between the blinders and being focused on our goals. I felt that was a strong visual metaphor which we could all imagine, and we could clearly understand what you were trying to convey and what your message was. That was also nicely done. The third thing which I really liked about your speech is your stress words. You were emphasizing on all the right words in your speech. There were 5 monks in a monastery. This emphasis made sure that we could clearly follow the story which you were trying to say, and it made us understand your speech in a clearer way. This was nicely done. Now, I had these 3 places which I really liked, and I pinned these 3 places as places which I liked. Now I'm going to give you 2 notifications which I like you to improve in your speech. The first one was the repetitiveness of the message. I felt you were trying to convey the same thing in different words from the beginning till the end. Especially in that story, I felt there need not have been 5 monks because I felt I already was predicting as to what was going to happen at the end. If you had just limited it to 3 monks, that repetitiveness could have been reduced in the story. The second thing which I'd like you to improve is having a personal touch to improve the credibility of the story. How were you impacted by distractions and what did you do to come out of it? That little personal touch is going to add a little bit of authenticity and credibility to your speech and make the speech much more connecting to the audience. So overall, it was a beautiful speech. The three places which I had pinned, it was the relatability, the strong comparison which you had between blinders and focus, and your stress words. If you could just improve on having a personal touch and reducing the repetitiveness, I'm sure soon we are going to be seeing your speech reels on Instagram. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.